I assume, way back when, they traded those videos in exchange for him getting that 18-month sentence, which allowed him to have visits and be out of jail. I mean, he's a serial sex offender. How could he get 18 months and be able to go to his office during the day and have visitors and stuff? It must have been a trade.
Leading off our discussion tonight is Democratic Senator Adam Schiff of California. He's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and he's one of the people who Donald Trump has ordered his Justice Department to prosecute for nothing. Senator, there's Howard Lutnik saying about Epstein, this guy was the greatest blackmailer ever, blackmailed people. That's how he had money. So Lutnik seems to know an awful lot about how things worked for Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, he certainly seems to, and I think he should come and testify before the Congress. What was so striking to me about that, Lawrence, is when Kash Patel, the FBI director, testified recently, he insisted that there was no evidence that Jeffrey Epstein had trafficked women to anyone other than Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently, Trump's own cabinet doesn't believe the FBI director. And so we're led to believe by the director that the only person on Epstein's list was Epstein. Lutnik doesn't believe that. I think we should hear his testimony. And what's more, they keep blaming the original investigation Alan Acosta led in Florida for their own failure to release the Epstein Files. Whatever Acosta did, and I think it's pretty clear he did a terrible job, doesn't excuse the Trump administration from interviewing witnesses, from getting to the truth, from finding out who Epstein trafficked women to, who was on that massage table that the secretary discussed so disgustingly. It doesn't prevent them from doing the investigation that they're criticizing a previous administration for not doing. And it, certainly smacks of a continuing cover-up.
And Senator, this is talk about the stakes in the shutdown, which we did. The stakes in the congressional election. If Democrats win the House or if Democrats win the Senate, you will then be committee chairman. You will then have the subpoena power to actually investigate this.
Well, that's right. We will have the power to do the oversight that the Republicans refuse to. Right now, we're doing a lot of shadow hearings, which we can only do with witnesses who are willing to step forward and cooperate, and many of them have shown great courage. But armed with the subpoena power, we can compel the production of materials. We can compel witnesses to come forward. We can bring in, for example, prosecutors who have quit rather than do unethical things. We can bring in people from the CDC who've been given unethical and immoral edicts. We can do that throughout the federal government, and we can also find out, for example, about the investigation into Tom Homan and the $50,000 in cash that he was offered in a Cava restaurant bag, which the Trump administration made go away as soon as they took office. So there is a lot of work to be done, and the Trump administration people ought to understand that whatever actions they're taking now that transgress the law are going to be brought to the surface during a subsequent Democratic Congress.
Senator Adam Schiff, thank you very much for joining us tonight.